He called the housing crash. He called the collapse of Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers and the crisis in the Eurozone banking system.
Reggie, Middleton.
Greetings, Reggie Middleton here. I'm at Wall Street and Nassau Street, New York City, directly across from the bastion of financial capital centralization. I'm at the bastion of the concentration of power and authority, the New York Stock Exchange. Or maybe the bastion is around the corner at the New York Federal Reserve. Or maybe the bastion is across the street from around the corner, which is JP Morgan, or Merrill Lynch, etc. So, what's the point? The point is we are advertising, we are marketing the initial coin offering that we're doing. April 25th, 9:30 a.m., the open of New York capital markets. What does that entail? It entails the funding of the organization that has the gall, right, to challenge these centralized bastions of capitalism. Now, I am a capitalist, right, full into capitalism. Decentralization, better yet, distribution, full distribution of authority is the next step in the evolution of capitalism. You see, centralized capitalism creates, concentrations in the 0.01%, massive concentrations, but these massive concentrations leaves such a dearth in the middle and at the bottom that much of the value, much of the intellectual capital, much of the drive, much of the capability is left in the wayside. And that's why once any society becomes too segregated, right, becomes so socioeconomically and hierarchically stratified, it usually tends to fall over because the top is too heavy and falls over on itself. So we're looking to decentralize and distribute opportunity, not distribute capital, not redistribute capital. If you truly earned it, deserve it, you should have it. You definitely need to have it. But those who do deserve it, those who have earned it but don't get it, create, again, that dearth in opportunity, right? That's what causes these societies to fall. So, what happens as we fully distribute what was once fully centralized, financial capital, financial opportunity? We have what we call the peer-to-peer capital markets. Right now, you simply have the capital market, a capital market. Fully distribute these capital markets, and you have the ability to have this 11-year-old girl in Vietnam, who happens to be a mathematical genius, compete with these guys over here on 200 West Street, Goldman Sachs. You have this small, tiny, potentially undercapitalized hedge fund compete with the 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 billion dollar behemoths. If he has the intellectual capital to compete, if he has the strategies, if he can gain access to information, then he can do business in any way. 3 examples before I go. We have what we call the ICO-DAO, basically a purely software-driven entity with no physical management, no people as management, that can invest other digital assets into startups and take their tokens, their offerings, into its coffer. It gathers these coffers, it evaluates them, looks for the best of breed, and buys more of them. This is like a synthetic version of a hedge fund or venture capital fund, using only token assets, only digital assets, It has an expense ratio that is lower than anything. It's low, almost as low as a mutual fund, but does pure VC work, hedge fund work. This is phenomenal. So instead of 10 and 1, instead of 2 and 20, so instead of 1 and 10, instead of 2 and 20, instead of 2.5 and 25, we have a flat 5% across the board. One successful year, this company, this digital autonomous organization, this digital software entity, can save investors $4 million, 13% of total proceeds taken in plus profits, as compared to a hedge fund with typical pricing. That is an awful lot. Over a period of 10 years, that is compounded. There is no way in the world a conventional hedge fund or VC or private equity fund can compete with the software offering, because you can't compensate the individuals who will do the work at such a level, because they're easily just run off to another fund that pays them more. And number 2, the structure doesn't support it. There's a structural deficiency in competing with a software concern at super low margins. When we bring in our peer-to-peer over-the-counter trading, right? Competing with stock exchanges, brokerages, and investment banks. The same issue. The structural deficiency of paying the employees too much, 55, 60%, 50% of gross revenues, will now fit into the software model. The software model has near zero margins, okay? Takes them all out of the business, takes them all out of the field. The only way they can compete is if this doesn't catch on. We shall see what the interest is for peer-to-peer capital markets for services that can perform and outperform for up to 90% less. Sounds like a win-win situation. What it is the next step in evolution, the next step in capitalism, the next step in capitalistic evolution. April 25th, 9:30 a.m., the open of U.S. markets. Visit Veritaseum.com, participate in the Veritaseum ICO, help us build the ICO DAO, peer-to-peer value trading, and the peer-to-peer capital markets.